Okay, so being here, does it bring back good memories or bad memories?
All kinds of memories, late night memories. I mean, we spent so many hours on that stoop filming scenes and doing debaucherous party moments, and it's fun. It's nice to be back.
So do you think girls are crazier than boys? Are we going to see that? Because we haven't seen the whole movie yet.
I think what's nice is that, boys are just as crazy as the girls. Girls are just as crazy as the guys. I think what's nice about this movie, and what I've been speaking about a lot lately, is the fact that I think it's kind of like a weird, form of sexism that when they do show women, they only show them in really powerful, strong leads. So it's funny to kind of see women making the same exact mistakes as a bunch of frat boys, because that's true. Girls can be just as silly and dumb and debaucherous and wild and drinking and doing drugs and being crazy as the boys can. So I think it's a nice step in the right direction, and it starts really nice conversations.
Did you do any research? Did you go to any kind of parties like this to prepare?
I didn't go to any parties, but I did call a lot of my friends up who were in sororities, and I was like, you have to tell me everything. I was like, I need to know what it means to rush. I need to know, do you guys have weird handshakes and hand symbols? And so we did. We made up a hand symbol for Kappa Nu, which is in the movie. It's ridiculous.
So are you like a party girl? Do you like to go to parties?
Not particularly. I have a very close, tight-knit family and group of friends. So really we just hang out at homes and stuff like that, but I don't really like to go out very much. It's not really my kind of scene.
Is it because you're a little afraid that people are going to recognize you?
I mean, that's part of it, but I also just don't like it. I don't like being around that many people. It's not intimate at all, and it's just strange. I don't like when people are super drunk around you, and it's just a lot. It's just a lot of energy. I like being at home with 12 to 15 people, or having a big party at my house where I know everyone.
That's nice. Do you go dancing then, or do you like to dance?
I love to dance. I do. I love music. I love dancing, but I don't like going places where I have to. I like playing music at my house with a bunch of friends. That's really what I do mainly.
So you were homeschooled, right?
Uh-huh.
So you kind of missed out on these kind of things.
Mm-hmm.
Is that something that you wish you would have been a part of, or do you find it's okay not to have?
I definitely don't have any real issues with the fact that I'm not in college right now, or the fact that I didn't go to a normal high school, because I feel like I've had a multitude of other experiences which I value so much in my life, and I've gone to so many different events and parties and stuff since I was 9 or 10 years old. So it's I feel like all that stuff kind of wore off the gleam and the shine of being in college and going crazy. So for me, I really value my career in the place that it's put me, and how happy it makes me. And so I think to each their own, but I'm very happy with my circumstances.
I think you're a great role model, by the way, for younger girls.
Thank
and
you
the way
very
you're
much.
not afraid to put your thoughts out there. You Twitter, your Instagram, you say things
I'm very
straight from the
vocal.
heart.
I'm very vocal, that's for sure. I don't hold it in. Thank you, though.
So where do you get that courage from to a lot of people don't dare to say things when they're
Well, I mean, you get a lot of kickback from things you say. I mean, I say one thing and millions of people hate it and millions of people love it, but it's you see the haters more than you see the people who actually enjoyed it. So I don't know. I mean, I grew up in a family of 4 older brothers. I grew up with a single mom. My mom's a cancer survivor. We're Southern. We come from very strong backgrounds. We're very boisterous. We're very loud. We're very big personalities. So I grew up in a family, where I was allowed to vocalize my feelings from the time I was a kid. And so I never really grew up with anyone telling me I can't become what I want to become, or I can't be who I want to be. That was a social construct that I realized when I became more of an adult, when society started pushing down on me more, and that's when I started to realize the confines that women are kind of placed in. And so I, had this big voice from the time I was a kid, and I just didn't have anyone telling me not to use it. And then when people did start to tell me not to use it, that's when I was like, whoa, how dare you? And then I started speaking out against it.
But when you put on a tweet or whatever, millions of people are reading it, and you're saying that sometimes you get negative reactions. How do you deal with those negative reactions? Have you built up kind of this thicker skin?
I mean, the way I look at it is maybe 1 out of the 5 million responses you might get would actually say that to you in person. The thing is, when you hide behind a keyboard, it's very easy to say what what you think you believe in. And there's a lot of bigoted misogynists out there who like to put women in their place and tell you how to live your life and who to be. And you know, everyone has their own opinion. Everyone can be who they want to be, but you know, you don't have to do it in anger. You don't have to do it in spite. So if you have an opinion, talk to me about it. I'd love to debate it, but just don't be rude. That's all.
So fame, I think there's a lot of like misconception about fame and being famous. What do you, I've been asking a lot of actors about this.
Sure.
What do you think is the biggest misconception about
Well, I think a lot of people would say the biggest misconception is the glitz of it all and how fun it really is. But I'm not gonna lie. Like, there are amazing perks to being, you know, a celebrity. There's a lot of perks to it. I'll admit that. But at the same time, I don't think people stop to realize the amount of effort and hard work that it takes to kind of maintain and to be at the top of your game, actually as a worker, not as a celebrity. Because for me, I put countless amounts of hours into my job every day. When I'm on set, I mean, I go to bed early. I prep, you know, the week before for the next week's scenes. I'm always constantly trying to be up to date with my emotions and exploration of that and trying to stay on my toes. But really, what it is this kind of strange social awareness that you kind of have to have as an actor now, that came naturally to me. But what I find interesting is that there's almost a forced social awareness now onto celebrities, that if they don't speak out about certain things, that they're almost not relevant, which I find makes a lot of people say a lot of things that they don't really believe in and do a lot of things that are not realistic and not relevant. So I think there's a very strange thing happening with a lot of celebrities right now, where they feel this need to be very socially aware, but they don't believe anything that they're saying, which is new, really new.
Yeah, they have to have an opinion about everything.
Exactly.
It's like, I'm an
and
actor,
it's okay not to have an opinion sometimes.
Yeah.
And if you do have an opinion, don't steal someone else's opinion. Really formulate your own and educate yourself on whatever you're speaking on. And don't speak on something that you haven't educated yourself about, because then it just sounds silly.